Hey guys, it's the Polo here. It's time for a very special deck profile. This time, Nirvana Bhagavan. So, a huge shout out Ahmes for actually getting this from Bagarvan side. I really appreciate it. I know it's really tiring, also really troublesome to actually get the stuff I want there, so I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Ahmes. A huge shout out to you. He did a deck profile of the Nirvana Bhagavan earlier, so if you guys want to see his own take on the Nirvana Bhagavan deck, go check out his channel. I'll put a link in the description so you guys take a look yourself. Once again, huge shout out. Thank you so much, Ahmes. So, alright, with the release of DZS16, sorry, Nirvana has gotten a new form and a new red line, and the support has pretty much makes the deck really different compared to before. And I'm down for that. Really, it's a one hell of a ride. So, being a Nirvana fan, I think I'm gonna make a special one. So I'll go to deck in full just for the sake of people who want to get the rough idea of this deck. Enough said, let's go on to the deck profile. Alright, so let's go on to the right deck. So the right deck, starter, you run Sunlight Egg, just to keep the theme. Doesn't matter what starter you run, honestly. But I just want to keep things, so choose Sunlight Egg. So the great one, I run a new Reno. Reno skill, when this unit is right from a grade 0, you may reveal a Nirvana grade 3 from right deck, and you search the deck for up to 1 Trickstar. Reveal it, put it in hand, shift deck. So what I like about this Reno is that when you go second and on turn 1 alone, you can actually just have a 13k column. Like, I'll be just put in hand and just call it, and it comes a 13k column. So it hits with magic numbers. It's pretty good, and it does set up the game early game. It does help set up early game in a sense, which is what I like about this new grade 1. Grade 2, I run a new Rayu. Rayu skill, when this unit is rolled upon by grade 3 Nirvana, you can so plus 1. So just look at the top 7 cards of the deck. Choose up to 1 card that's either a Blaze Minions card name, a Talisman first race, or a Pure Dragon first race. But reveal it, put it in hand, shift deck. So the new Rayu is good because it allows you to filter the deck, or rather, it helps you find pieces that you need at that point of time when you write into grade 3. So, at some situations, if you want to get your base minions like Cindy or Blestia, you can just go immediately just take them out, her out, take them out, or even like even if you want like the critter heals, even though they're not really they're not targets all the time, but very rare case if you really need that shield, you can always go for that. And if you need this sort of arenas, you can just take a Talisman, or you take a Wendy if you want that as well. Period Dragons as well. It's very versatile. I really like this new breed too. Pretty good. So, and the boss herself, being Nirvana Bhagavan. So the Nirvana Bhagavan's field, act on rank skill once a turn. Since Jiva. So you discard a card, you just search it. You just take a Trickstar for and drop, and a period from draw color bigger circle. Second skill, act on rank skill once per turn. So last 2, you choose a real point you guys retire. So the retire effect is whatever. I mean, anywhere that can just do retire freely, isn't it? But what I feel is good about this Soul Blast too is the fact that when you pump Soul of R's or discard a lot of stuff that pumps in the Soul, so it's R's basically, you can just Soul Blast the R's out, set up for whatever variants you need to drop, and then immediately just do shenanigans here and there, which is what I like about Soul Blast too. I mean, I know Bar can do it like he can keep doing it, but it's nice to have it there just because. First skill, auto once on regular cycle once per turn. When this unit attacks, you camera slot and choose one of the following abilities below. Choose one of your regards in a crossover state and stand it, or if your persona right this turn, choose all of your crossover units that are different names for each other and stand them. So it's good because when you persona right, you just save a combat, so you don't have to run on straw the combats 2 to restand your whole board. But unlike Jiva, where the combat one to stand a crossover unit is not restricted once per turn, this is restricted. So yeah, I kind of missed the times where I try to check my Drag Vedas and just having like essentially a attack deck if I did math correctly. But yeah, it's kind of sucks you can do it. But although it does kind of balance is pretty good, so you don't have to rely on straw to honestly carry the game really. So that's good. That's good. I like the right deck. It's pretty good. Alright, so let's go on to the grade 3s. For the grade 3s, I mean it's pretty straightforward, isn't it? So you obviously run 3 personas. I have nothing much to say here. And one of the most important variants is that you need to play for Oz Arena. So our skill, to cross over this, you need 1 Trickstar and 1 or more pair of dragons that have different cards from each other. So yeah, essentially what you do most of the time, you just take 1 Trickstar swing and just cross over and you're done, dusted really. So second skill, auto, when this card is discarded from your hand during your turn, you can put this unit soul, search it up for 1 talisman, discard it, and shuffle the deck. So that's the reason why you need it for R's, because it builds soul for Bhagavan, so you can use soul blast to retire something. There is, like I said, whatever, but it does help because it just helps set your drop on the field. That's that. Third skill, when this unit is based on regular skill by the over cost of ability, until the end of the turn, the other abilities of the cards you put as rangers by effect do not activate, and basically you put all your cards from drop as units original address. So essentially, what I'm trying to say here is that if your auto abilities on your drop which will activate when it becomes original address, they don't activate. So what it means is that if you have Apparaja and drop, you can't just put in the original address and you can just essentially draw depending how many Apparajas you have for a drop. Doesn't work that way. It only works on the field. So that's what I'm trying to say here. Fourth skill, continuous. When this unit will leave the regress circle, if it's put other into drop, you can put all the units original address in drop. So essentially, when it becomes bind, when you bind it or bot deck it, you can bot deck the R's or bind the R's, but the original address will all go into drop. So essentially, it does save your original address, so it won't become like a huge mess, if I put it simply. So there's that. Fifth skill was a lot. Fifth skill, auto reverse circle. When this unit in the cost area state attacks, until the end of the battle, this unit gets 1k for each original address this unit has. And if this unit is stood by possibility this turn, you can give it a crit. If you get a crit, you have retired the unit at the end of the turn. So, yeah, essentially, it is like a finisher / you're a very huge chunky boy which you need to kill your opponent really. So it's somewhat like a cycle in a sense because you can just essentially build soul. It also pits for very weak numbers depending on how much cards you have drop and shenanigans ensue. So there's that. Okay, so the other great reason I went to Straw. So Straw skill, to cross over this, you need one trickstar and at least 2 prayer dragons that are different from each other. And so for his continuous skill, continues on front of your circle. During your turn, if this unit is cross over state, this unit and your Nirvana Vanguards get okay. This is get 10k, and your Nirvana Vanguards get the keyword triple drive, not plus one drive, triple drive, and plus 10k power. So essentially, it gives it doesn't mean Jiva. If it's Jiva, it's 6 brave. And Bagarvan also gets a triple drive, which is pretty good. So essentially, it because of being Nirvana, you can just get a triple drive immediately, which is pretty good. Second skill, auto and recycle. When this unit is stood by ability while in the coastal state, and if your opponent's Vanguard creature or greater, you come as one, choose one of all of your talisman or prayer dragons and send them. If this unit has 5 or more original dress that are different, 5 more original dress, yeah, you can remove all your opponent's markers and retire your regards. So board wipe. This is the reason why I believe back in the day, Jiva was anti-meta because at the time Levy Dross was having the major markers and to kill them you can just do what Straw did, which is pretty interesting. And I play 1 bar. So bar skill, same thing. The cost of the unit is you have a trickstar and prayer dragon. Act on your circle when this unit is cost over the state. You can still pass 2, choose an opponent's trigger. So you notice for bar is sorry about that. Something called me. Okay. Anyways, second skill, auto on rigor circle. When this unit attacks and cost over the state, if for every of your opponent's open rigor circle, this unit gets 2k power. If your opponent only has 1 rigor or less in the on the field, you can counterblast 1. For this battle, this unit gets -1 drive and can have 4 drive check. So essentially, what that means is that Bar himself, when play early game, it allows you to drive check. So it does build your hand a little bit, which is pretty good. One of is fine because you can always search out with your different stuff in the field, different decks really. So yeah, pretty good early game. Sometimes if you need to get a push, you can do play Bar, so it's pretty good. So let's go on to grade 2s. Grade 2s, let's go on to the most important prayer dragon deck in my opinion. It is Apparaja. So Apparaja skill, when this unit is based on rigor skill auto from a deck, you can still pass 1 discard a card, switch your deck for up to 1 prayer dragon. Card the regard shuffle deck. Second skill, when this unit comes to the original dress, you draw 1, and the outer dress that this card overdresses from cannot be chosen by opponent's effects until the end of the next turn. So yeah, until the end of the opponent's next turn. Yeah. So yeah, basically it just gives resist for your Verena for that 1 turn, and allowing you to draw 1 when it comes to resist is pretty good. So there's that. Really good for it because it just has search for prayer dragons and you just give resist pretty much. I only run 1 Garden of Arena. So Garden of Arena skill is anything. It just costs just at least 1 trickster and 1 prayer dragon. His skill, when this unit goes in a crossover dress, you can counterblast 1 and draw a card. So essentially, it's like arcs, but and like actually draw two, this becomes a draw one. It's fine. I mean, I do use him early game just because if you do stretch out Blessure, just puts in hand and then the waters on the field, just go into Garden so you can just rush early. You can rush early game. Pretty much is that. And second skill continuous. If your opponent's Vanguard is greater or greater, and this unit costs for just unit state, this unit gets boost. So what Nirvana lacked is some proper boosters. So it's good that he becomes a booster himself. Is pretty good. Third skill, auto and rigor circle. When this unit attacks, if your Vanguard is a Nirvana greater or greater, these first battle is 5k power. So the 5k power is okay. I mean, usually using a booster, you don't really use an attacker unless you want to, you don't have you're in a tight spot. I think he's fine, pretty good. I think just because he's a booster, I do like that. I play one mirror skills, and the cost of unit is exactly the same as like more degenerate ones. The only difference is this and this. So when this unit goes in the cost over the state, you can choose up to 2 variants for a draw. Put them original address. Put them as original address for this unit. Second skill, auto. Okay, go do a rigor circle. When this unit attacks while in the cost over the state, you for the battle, this you can get 10 of power. And then you choose a variant of your address, put in drop, and you either draw one or countercharge one. So yeah, basically, it's one's fine because you can search with Blesha and to an extent Ryu. So pretty good. I think the deck's pretty calm together, and I really love it because one is fine as this, one's fine as this, two is fine with this because you do one women doesn't go damage, and he goes to damage. It's not an issue. This can help anyway. There's that. Alright, so let's go on great ones. The great ones, I played 2 of the Vital, the new pair dragon from the set. His skill, when this unit is discarded during a turn from writing for the right deck, you can reveal a Nirvana from your right deck, or Vanguard as a great tree or greater than Nirvana. You can choose one of the abilities below. You can either call this unit from 2 Rigor Circle as rest, or you still also want to call this Rigor Circle as stand. So pretty much is a Gojo or Black Card in a sense. A Gojo for Verena. Not that I would use this skill often, but honestly speaking, if you want to build board quickly, build board efficiently, you can. This is the way to go. Second skill, auto on rear guard or drop. When your grade 3 or greater Nirvana Vanguard has been attacked, if this unit is in drop or is the original dress in one of arenas, you can bind this from either drop or from the original dress. And then for the battle, that unit, the Vanguard gets plus 5k power. So essentially, it just becomes 5k. It's pretty much. Oh, what's that card that binds from Soul? I can't remember, but it's pretty much one of those cards I remember to do similar skill. But pretty good because it does you get enough 5k shoot for the battle. It's just like a Blitz in a sense, really. There's that. I went to Artness skill when this unit is placed on a circle, when this unit is placed on a circle or discarded from during a turn. If your Vanguard is a Nirvana, greater or greater, you invest 3, you choose a crossover this unit for a drop, put it back in hand. Second skill, when this unit becomes an original dress, you still have something to countercharge 1. So it's basically Cindy in a sense, and it's pretty good pair dragon. I regret not getting 2 more copies, a full pay set on the release date itself. But again, I think 2 is fine, so I'm not complaining. So pretty good because it's like Cindy or backup Cindy rather, so he's pretty good. I play 1 Buzzsaw. Buzzsaw skill, if your Vanguard is a Great Joker Nirvana, this unit gets the following slow. Act on drop. If a Trickstar is on Rigor Circle and you have not called a same name card from your drop to Rigor Circle, you can still also call this card a Rigor Circle. And at the end of the turn, you retire this unit. Second skill, auto. When this unit becomes an original dress, you choose one of your auto dresses and it gets 5k power until the end of the turn. So, yeah. So essentially, Survivor. Usually I combo with ours, to be honest. So there's that. And next off, I think you guys saw in my previous deck profile, I went free Blesha. Blesha's pretty good because she essentially searches for your variants. Her skill, when this unit is discarded during a turn, when this card is discarded during your turn, you can reveal a Great Tree Nirvana from your right deck, and if you did, or if Vanguard is a Great Duo Great Nirvana, you get any battle tree, search up to 1 card with the overdress or crossoverdress unit ability. Reveal it, put your hands on the deck. So essentially, she's there to search for any variant you want, depending on the situation. Pretty good. Second skill, act on Rigor Circle. If your Vanguard is a Great Duo Great Nirvana, you can supposed to retire this unit. choose one of your periodic from drop and call it Reverse Circle. You don't really use her first skill, to be honest. You only use the first skill. He's mainly there for as a discard fodder. That's the whole reason why I'm playing her in the deck. And then I play two base and Cindy's. Cindy's skill, when if your Vanguard is in Nirvana or above Sakura, greater, you can put this unit soul, choose up to one crossover unit or oververse unit from your drop, put it back in your hand. Second skill on drop, if your Trickstar or Trick Moon is called to reverse skill on during the battle phase, you can call this card from drop. So, yep, essentially, it is basically Soul Builder. These two will go well together. So I'll just say that first. So it just helps get your crossover back in your hand, which is pretty good. Next off, PGs. I went for effect PGs. Ideally, one of them being Elementaria, obviously. For the Great Zeros, I play for Trickstar and Swendy. Trickstar and Swendy, now you know this, I don't play Trickstar, the base Trickstar anymore. That's because with the current meta and the current format, retiring isn't really a big problem anymore. You really want to finish this game as fast as you can. So which is why I tend to play just for Trickstar and Swendy. So Trickstar and Swendy skill, continuous or regress deck or drop. This unit is also regress Trickstar. So essentially, it is Trickstar. We can just call through Reno's ability. So second continuous on reverse cycle. When this card will pay for the cost for being a crossover dress, you can regard it as one Trickstar and a different name Pair Dragon and 2 cards. Basically, of 2 cards. So there's that. Just skill auto. When your unit is being attacked, you can pop this from your original dress into the Guardian Circle, and for that turn, this unit gets plus 5k shield. So for battle, first battle is 5k shield. Auto. So continuous. When your original dress would be either bind or bot decked, you can choose all of your original dress from that card and put in a drop. So it's pretty much arsenal, but it's good because it's a built-in Cyan if you remember that order back then. So pretty good. I think it does help, which is pretty great. Okay, triggers. I run Dark Vader, obviously. I mean, it's one of the most busted triggers in the deck in the format. 8 effect crits. I play 4 of the blazing crits. I mean, I had some in the beginning. So, but reason being, simply, if you're playing Ryu, if you can't find any targets, this could be a potential target you can choose. I also play free effect shield fronts. I used to play draws, but now I realize that after playing so much, I do deck up quit pretty fast. So which is why I play fronts so it's gonna be more aggressive, and I play 4 vanilla heals. So yeah, that's it for my deck profile on Nirvana Bhagavan. I know it's a little bit rushed. I'm sorry. I'm really excited. I want to get this video out of the way, and I just want to. I'm really happy with how this deck goes. Once again, thank you so much, Ahmes, for helping me get stuff in Japan. I really appreciate it. And going to Vanguard side is pretty amazing. I think it's really good opportunity to go there if you can. So with that being said, that's it for my deck profile. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like it, do like, share, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.